Alright, let's say I got the job. I'm now the Director of Digital Consumer Engagement for the Pokemon Company. Well, there's gonna be some changes around here, and that is what this video is going to be about. Gonna break down this job listing and then give my thoughts about it. If you enjoy the video, if you think it's entertaining, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and discuss in the comments down below. So this video is following up on something I did last month, where the Pokemon Company, they did it again. They posted job listings for the new upcoming Pokemon games, such as like translators and stuff like that. But inside of all of these postings, because there's a ton of them, there's what, like 30 positions they're looking to fill? The Pokemon Company is making some big moves for the 25th anniversary. Pokemon 2021 is going to be crazier than we can even imagine, but this listing caught my attention because they're also looking for some very high up, high skilled positions, but me being a PokeTuber and having a lot to say about the Pokemon Company digitally, let's see what this whole digital consumer thing is about. So, the director will develop, implement, and manage the Pokemon Company International's social, marketing, and community management strategy. This role will drive brand awareness, community discussion, and content marketing across key brand pillars, generating inbound traffic, reach, and impressions. Hey, those are all like buzzwords that I know about as a content creator. That sounds pretty cool. While maintaining high engagement rates across all channels. In addition to delivering key performance indicators, the director works with the team to deliver a genuinely fun, entertaining, and inclusive experience for Pokemon fans. And the comment section is already filled with what people think they want for that. This is going to be a good video. Well, the first problem is going to be the Pokemon Company, because the Pokemon Company International is gated by the information that Japan wants to let out. If Game Freak doesn't want to give a ton of information or generate tons of hype about the next new Pokemon games, then it's going to be hard for the Pokemon Company International since they have less material to work with. Unless this is also going to be like a collaborative thing, where as a director for the Pokemon Company International, you can say, hey, can we at least get this little bit extra to help generate hype around the world, since that's kind of what this is about? Honestly, the best path forward is doing what they did for Pokemon Sun and Moon. That is the most hype I have ever seen around Pokemon as a brand. Pokemon Go popped off, and every 2 weeks we were getting content. We were getting to see what the new Pokemon games were about, and everyone was excited. There is a problem with consumer confidence and Game Freak that we don't get to see enough. We don't know exactly what they're up to and what that means for the games, and then people just forget about it, you know? When we have this monthly schedule for the Pokemon Sword and Shield games, even Pokemon Let's Go, it's like, oh, I forgot about that. And then like a month and a half later, a trailer comes out, and then it generates a little bit of interest, but it wasn't constant hype. The thing that made 2016 magical was it was constant Pokemon hype. People were living and breathing any Pokemon news, but recently the news has been so scarce that, you know, people forget about it, they're a little interested, and then it kind of drops off. Oh yeah, also Pokemon Generations was super hype as well. So if you look at the top performing videos on the Pokemon YouTube channel, we have Pokemon Generations, the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire teaser, which was also super amazing. So give us hype anime stuff, and then give us more trailers about the new Pokemon game, and we're good to go. The starter Pokemon reveal, 11 million views, 10 million views, 7.8 million views. Like, as you can see, anything related to Pokemon Sun and Moon for the game side is going to be where we're seeing the most views. And then there's like Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield, but Pokemon Sword and Shield was getting like 1-2 million, whereas when it came to Pokemon Sun and Moon, like random little reveals, random little trail. Like, look at this. We have Snorlax with the glowing eyes meme, 5 mil, and all it did was give us like a Alolan Rattata. That was the big hype, and that is where the Pokemon Company has been dropping the ball. They have to fill the gaps before predatory content creators will fill it for them with fake leaks, fake expectations, fake hype, fake information, and then you're going to see a massive drop-off. So, you know, even though there were a lot of like leaks and stuff and a lot of fake information going around with Pokemon Sun and Moon, the Pokemon Company came in and saved the day frequently to set those expectations and get people excited about what's actually going to be in the games. A lot of people are upset that we got too much information before Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. Ignore those idiots, because the numbers don't lie. These are millions of views, which means tens of millions of impressions. More people were exposed to what Pokemon had to offer through Sun and Moon than any other time, except for maybe Pokemon Let's Go because of the Pokemon Go crossover and there are hundreds of millions of players. And then also, I think there was more ad buys for Pokemon Let's Go, which is why this trailer was served as an ad, which is why I think there's like an inflated count for the views overall. But still, like, you could see the differences in how it dropped off. Since I don't have the back end of what the Pokemon Company is doing to generate traffic, I'm pretty sure a lot more of this was organic, just from everyone being excited. I could upload a video at 3 in the morning about Coral leaks and get 50,000 views on it. People wanted Pokemon. People don't want Pokemon now. That's one of the first things to address. This role coordinates cross-departmentally to deliver results against organizational and promotional goals, providing thought leadership and a strategic point of view to ensure social marketing. Digital engagement and community management are integrated into the company's overall marketing and communication strategy. That is a lot of business speak. The only word missing here is synergy, but let's keep on going. I think we can still get some interesting stuff. This role will ensure that campaigns and communication strategies are engaging and result-driven. So, I mean, it's a lot of weird things because the people are just like, oh, the Pokemon Company doesn't care, or they're out of touch, or they just don't want to do anything. Nah, they're doing like all the big high-end businessy things because they are a company and they want to keep working to be the largest franchise in the world. And it's clear that they are doing a lot of, business acquisition stuff. What you will do, here we go. Develop, implement, and optimize Pokemon's social marketing and consumer engagement strategy, managing a team responsible for social marketing and community management, including content marketing and live streaming across official Pokemon brand channels. So, I mean, we've seen different elements of this. Like, if you go over onto Twitch and you go to the Pokemon channel, they're not doing a major play Pokemon event. Generally, the anime's playing. So, like, hey, let's just, like, stream our licensed content. That way, there's less illegal restreaming on YouTube and stuff, and then people are still engaging with Pokemon. If you have downtime, if you don't know what's going on, just go watch a couple episodes of Pokemon. That's good for the brand, right? So, I mean, there's all these, like, other little things that the Pokemon Company is doing, and this is kind of the back end behind that. So, yeah, just, like, the content marketing and stuff like that. I think the Play Pokemon streams are okay. Like, I think the next one would be, like, doing the Play Pokemon position for, like, all of this consumer marketing and stuff, and my thoughts on that, because Play Pokemon is doing all right on the TCG side, but VGC, just burn that entire, like, just burn the department to the ground and start again, because VGC is so horribly mismanaged that Pokemon will never be an esport in its current path. It's just not going to work, which also kills sales for the video games and overall engagement. Food for thought. Maybe I'm applying for the wrong position. Dang. Provide thought leadership and strategic POV on broad consumer marketing initiatives, ensuring that social, digital, and community engagement best practices and tactics are fully integrated into marketing plans. So that's actually kind of a cool thing to see. The Pokemon Company doesn't want to do anything sneaky or predatory to get those extra views and engagements and to get it. It's actually very honest. And you can see that with how almost innocent the Pokemon Twitter is. It's just a lot of fun stuff going on to try to keep people, like, to keep Pokemon on the mind. So making sure that, like, that is upheld seems to be a pretty big one. Provide strategic leadership for a team responsible for social marketing. Daily content creation and moderation for TPCI's presence on social networking, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and other community sites. So this is what I'm also talking about. Like, I think there needs to be a lot more daily content creation, a lot more focus onto this in a meaningful way. If the Pokemon Company tweets, hey, Ash and his friends are having fun. Actually, let's go and see what the Pokemon Twitter has tweeted today. Okay, so we have an advertisement for the TCG. That seems pretty good. 1.3 thousand likes, 1.8 thousand on this one. So we got Shining Fates, what was that called? The Mad Party Pin Collection. That actually sounds pretty cool. So yeah, that's actually working out. And then this, like, I think there was a lapse in information being shared here because the Pokemon Company tweeted out about this, but then it was like you had to do some Japanese thing that wasn't even translated, and then a Pokemon event kind of happened, and it wasn't really shared too well. I think if, like, anything happens in the games, that needs to be broken immediately, like, as it happens in Japan. I don't know if there's some kind of, like, the Pokemon Company or Game Freak or, like, something that's happening between the companies where they want to delay the information, but, like, when a special wild area event happens, you're already 8 to 12 hours late on an event that maybe happens 2 or 3 days. So that's not good. And also when there's like these other alt events happening across the world, or at least for like other things, like that should be available for everyone. People don't like feeling left out, and this made people feel really confused and left out, like they weren't getting the full information. And like I said, Ash and friends having fun. So goodbye Johto, hello Hoenn, we got that. But it's these tweets. These tweets, they're cute and they're fun, but they don't fulfill or satisfy anyone. Like, yeah, that I wonder if this is like big business Steve Bob, you know, suits kind of guy talk, where it's like, we got 14,000 likes on the latest Pokemon tweet, do more of those. Well, this doesn't build anything for the brand. This is just mindless social media engagement, which doesn't have any wholesomeness to it. It doesn't have any fulfillment. It's kind of like when you hear about these Instagram and TikTok influencers failing at being able to convert anything, because that's a big thing about like engagement. You need to have that conversion. Stuff like this. I thought I heard it about a TikToker, but whatever. Any kind of influencer, any kind of social media stuff. An Instagram star with 2 million followers couldn't sell 36 t-shirts. Marketing expert says her case isn't rare, because that's the big thing about Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. It's not real life. There is almost nothing of value or substance or meaning here unless you actually create some kind of interactive, engaging content. Again, a lot of people will rock out to the new year and tweet a cute Pikachu, but as you can see, that's 14,000 likes. But that isn't converting into 14,000 people hype for the TCG. 1.8 thousand likes, still respectable. Pokemon though, how many followers is their Twitter at? 6 million. They've gotten a lot more followers. They've gotten a lot of growth since Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think they were at 1.8 or something. And you do see these massively viral tweets and these viral bits of information from time to time. But again, just kind of like empty engagements. And then when something could relate to the game or big news breaks, it gets less because people don't care about Pokemon. And then no follow-up on this, well, that's 13,000 wasted engagements right there. And then all these other weird and random things where it's just like wholesome tweets and flashbacks and stuff. Like, it's cool, but it's not going anywhere because Pokemon is less engaged with now. I wouldn't say than ever, because I've made like the, you know, Pokemon is lower than ever. But I mean, compared to where the potential is and where more could be, it's pretty low. And it's definitely not like what we've seen in the past couple of years. So that's a problem. And then there's a lot of tweets like these. We've heard that Jigglypuff's mixtape is going to be fire. So, Zoomer humor. That's not going to do anything good for your company. And as we can see, yeah, it's all just inflated values that don't really mean anything. So, I think more meaningful, news, informative stuff. Like, I think that's what I would create. As the director, I would create an initiative or an incentive to work with the Pokemon Company, with Game Freak, to be like, hey, can we get news every X weeks or months? You know, can we at least get one good piece of news every 3 weeks, maybe every month, like baseline every month, but when like there's hype going on every 2 weeks, to deliver to the fans to keep them interested in our brand and have meaningful engagement. Like, I think there should be better wild area events. Like, the weird thing is, the wild area events pre-DLC were infinitely better than the wild area events we get now. Ooh, 2% chance at shiny Pokemon. Meanwhile, 5 IV Dittos with 6 IV Ditto raids were a thing. And then also getting like extra items, a lot more help, money, experience, stuff like that. You need to have things that get people engaged. And we're not seeing that. So community management, supporting our trading card and video games, 24/7 community moderation. Now that's a weird one because there isn't a 24/7 managed community by the Pokemon Company. So that moderation doesn't make sense. I guess like for chat support, but chat support seems to be pretty good. Whenever I have a question with Pokemon Company, I hit up support on the website and they respond timely, whether or not it's like fulfilling support, because like 90% of all support queries, no matter what the company, are going to be garbage that doesn't really solve your problem. But like, yeah, like I don't see any problem there. Sentiment analysis. Ooh, Pokemon community sentiment, yikes. Communication and engagement. So yeah, like supporting is weird. They are not supporting the video game as well as I think they should. So far, I think TCG is good, unless there's like a lot of mess going on in that community, but it doesn't sound that bad. TCG just keeps on growing. VGC keeps on shrinking. Do something about that, Pokemon. Live streaming and content marketing. Marketing your content is a big one. That doesn't necessarily mean like selling it, but at least getting it out there to people to where they can engage with it. maintain an up-to-date platform strategy, and own planning for execution of live streaming content, play Pokemon competitions. So this actually does have those play Pokemon management roles. I guess since this kind of works with all of the other branches of the Pokemon Company, is like the top dog of the top dog. Yeah, as the director, I just fire everyone to play Pokemon and start again. Whoever onboarded Ray Rizzo and Cybertron, as well as whoever is playing cover for Wolf Glick to not get him banned from events for cheating at Worlds and other top VGC events, the whole thing is busted over there, so you need to figure that out before you start working on the live streams. And it seems like they are trying to improve it incrementally, but overall I haven't seen like a large enough change where it's like Pokemon is now entered in esports. VGC is now desirable. It's not. Do something about that. Because also, going back to the superficial stuff, the only thing I see is that views go up if Wolf Glick is on stream, and that's it. And they're milking that, but he's a cheater. So you're also casting out a large amount of the community by pushing for that. You need to make it to where no matter who is on, and no matter what is being streamed, or like what VGC content is there, it's desirable. Now, even League of Legends struggles with that. If you watch like a 8th place team versus a 6th place team in LCS, it's not going to get as many views as TSM versus CLG or something, but you can at least create a community that wants everything about the entire scene. And we have just seen a complete failure for that because it's all cheaters. I did the videos. Virtually everyone in the top 32 for the Pokemon VGC 2016 World Champions used cheated Pokemon or got caught for cheating after the event. Like the one guy that had the Premier Ball Shiny Incineroar. Wow. Big shock that ended up, like, you know, that person was at a Worlds event and was taking slots from legitimate players. Same thing for all the other team reports, stuff like that. We had Joshua Lorsey. He had the hacked Porygon. No punishment there. So all of that's busted. All that's broken. We also have the tournament organizers defending cheating and defending piracy of the game for the Pokemon, for the company that they work for. They've seen who's cheating. They know who is not a legitimate player. You get that information out of them. I guess that kind of goes against the best practices thing, but you gotta do what you gotta do to save a scene that's so corrupt and broken, and then you just hand out bans. Now, I'm not saying you perma every VGC player, but at least a 2-year ban and then some permas for the multi-repeat offenders. It's, yeah, that's the messy part right there. Manage external community moderation team. Ensure vendor maintains TPCI guidelines and standards. This is also where it gets messy because now you're also dealing with the alternative things that are also being managed by the Pokemon Company since it is a massive corporation. I feel like this should just be its own position. You can't be taking away the large amount of resources and thought that it would take to manage this stuff from a director that's also trying to manage everything else. Report on key performance indicators for social channels and marketing campaigns with an emphasis on meaningful measurement and actionable key learnings. A lot of business talk in that one. It just kind of goes back to the same things we've been talking about. You got to make sure that these are these engagements, these things actually turn into something and they end up meaning something for the Pokemon community. Collaborate and ideate with cross-functional teams to develop annual, quarterly, and product-specific marketing campaigns. See, when you use all these big words and when you make it about the business, you lose that connection to the community to where a lot of messes end up occurring. Like, I know that if you have a Bachelor of Arts and, you know, you have all these business degrees and stuff, it makes more sense and it kind of streamlines what you're supposed to be up to. But at the same time, again, I feel you start losing that connection when it's all about the suits and the bobs and the stuff like that. So, sure, work with everyone else to come up with things. Yeah, you got to do that, but I think they should try to bring it a little back down to earth. But this is LinkedIn, so they're looking for those kind of people. Measure, analyze, optimize, and report on campaign and content performance, refining the brand's social marketing strategy and framework as needed to achieve core business goals and objectives. Since I don't know the exact core business goals and objectives, I can't give the specifics on how to obtain that. But like I said, like just kind of looking at what's going on, kind of giving my input on how that works. You know, the strategy, I think the strategy needs to be different. Manage, mentor, and develop social marketing engagement team to ensure TPCI social strategy is implemented flawlessly and efficiently. So you got to make sure you're doing your job very well. Best practices and quality, once again. And then it's kind of, yeah, so it's just kind of like the same things over and over, for it's like, make it good and deliver. That's what like the last 5 points have been. Regularly monitor industry trends via listening. Providing timely POVs and insights on platform updates, competitor activities, tools, and applications. That is an interesting thing. Pokemon is paying attention to the competition. So if people are like, oh yeah, Tim just gonna smash Pokemon, Digimon is the way right now. They're aware of what they're doing, and they're acting in kind. So whatever the Pokemon response is, if you disagree with it, they've decided that is the best course against competitors or whatever else is bubbling up around them. So I like that. But yeah, like via listening, well, they're listening to the bad actors. You gotta acknowledge I'm making some good points, and I've also made some good points in the past. The more you ignore and try to just like reject this stuff, the worse it's gonna get. Just saying. Select and manage vendors for social media and digital engagement initiatives. Yeah, that's also another tricky thing that I think is better for just a separate person to only worry about, you know, the other parties that are going to deliver what the Pokemon company is trying to put out on social media. It gets really messy, and there's a lot of like weird stuff that ends up going on like that. So these are just qualifications. I was about to say experience. How much of it about, yeah, live streaming knowledge, TikTok, social marketing. Is there anything about knowledge of Pokemon? A lot of people got really pissy about the Tencent job listing for like the Pokemon expert, but I think that, you know, you can't just only look for someone that has like 10 years of experience with social marketing and 5+ years in a leadership role on social marketing. Because one, there's not a lot of those people, and then you're going to have a hard time finding an actual Pokemon fan that wants to make the Pokemon brand how it should be, instead of just someone that's following the analytics and then putting out things like this. How you'll be successful: vision, data, people, leadership, professional know-how, what to expect, stuff. Yep, there we go, guys. So if you guys enjoy the video, if you watch a lot of my videos, you can kind of piece together a lot of things I've been saying over all the weird things that I cover and that end up coming up in the news and whatnot, or interviews and other responses to what the community has to say. I think this is like a cool way of putting it all into one place and just kind of giving my thoughts about how Pokemon is being run and what it would take to make Pokemon as good as it's been in the past and even better, because we are setting up for that on the 25th anniversary. It does come down to other elements of the company that need to deliver as well, but I do think a lot of work needs to be done, so there is some give to give the Pokemon Company International more work to kind of get people excited about what's going on. I'd imagine the TCG side is very excited because they get a new product every couple of months. They also have constant news, and there's always something cool to look forward to, and their community just keeps on growing and it keeps on getting active and engaged. But video games, it's a different beast. It takes years to make a video game. You can't drop all of your information, but I think they do need to be a bit more open, and that would be great for everyone, because if they're more open about the next games, that makes you excited for the next game, so you play the current games to stay in the ecosystem. And we just aren't seeing that. So, food for thought, interesting things to talk about. I enjoyed it. Hope you guys did too. So, have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.